standing outside waiting for you.
As a commuter bike, it's a really good choice, as it almost uses no gas. I think it's like 4.5 liters maximum for every 100 kilometers you drive, which is just insane. I mean, most bikes are like that, but if you just driveline the shit out of this, it doesn't even consume that much. Let's see the damage this bike will do to my wallet. Gas is pretty expensive these days. So, as you can see on the counter, that's 8.6 liters.
I was calling out your name with my eyes on the wall.
I'll show you guys how fast this thing can go on this part if there aren't any cops nearby. Most of the experience is pretty smooth, and you can go fast if you want to. It's got enough power to do that. I think the top speed I reached to 160 pretty comfortably, and I don't really see any situation where you should go any faster than that when you're still a beginner.
You were running like a ghost from me. You were running from it all.
It's important that you don't have to worry about damaging it or not treating it exactly the way it should, because you're gonna have to learn. You're not gonna be a pro in the first few thousand kilometers that you're driving. So if you don't get a very expensive bike, it isn't a big deal if you drop it. It sucks, but it isn't that bad. It's like this bike, you can get one, like an older model, for like 500 euros. It's cheaper than most cell phones. This one was a bit more expensive because it had very few miles on it, but I think it's worth it because I didn't want anyone else fucking it up before I could fuck it up, you know? I think it looks pretty cool. Really like the rims. The tires I got are the Pilot Street, I think, from Michelin. Yeah. I think it's a really good bike to improve on, you know? You can start trying to lean more, start to trust the bike. I think that's very important. Because I see a lot of people on leader bikes that corner like a grandma, so I'm not sure what the point is of having such a fast bike if you can't really ride it yet. But I do really like the look of this bike. I mean, it looks modern, but it has a lot of more classic features, which makes it look like a very interesting bike. And I've had a lot of non-bike people ask me, like, how many cc's does it have? Like, they think it's a really fast bike, even though it's only 35 kilowatts, which is interesting. So, the final verdict: do I think it's a good beginner's bike? And I'd say yes. I'd even say it's one of the best beginner bikes because you can get them for so cheap. And that's the most important part about them. I wouldn't get one that's as expensive as this one, but just think about getting a bike for the price of... Oh. Okay, that was a big bump. Getting a bike for the price of a cell phone, I mean, I think that's pretty cool.